Hello, 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 sweetie. It's such a pleasure that you came by and you were allowing me to do a test makeup for your wedding. First of all, congratulations. I hope and pray that your marriage may be a blessing. We always worry about the wedding and we want it to be perfect. It's a very important date, but we always have to think about the marriage itself, and I hope that you guys' marriage be a blessing, that you be fruitful, that you multiply, that you have many years of happiness, of understanding between the two of you, and may God bless you with incredible blessings in Jesus' name. So I'm very happy that you're getting married. I'm so excited for you. It's a wonderful day. It's a day that you can be a princess for a day. All eyes will be on you. All good vibes and good wishes will be on both of you. So it's a very important day, and I'm so happy that you decided to do your own wedding makeup. And if you ask me to help you a little bit, and I'm going to do exactly that. Okay, so first of all, I just want to give you some tips before we start applying this makeup. First tip is to remember to not do drastic changes to your diet or to your skincare in the 2 weeks prior to your wedding date. Why is that? It's because during this time you don't want to irritate your skin, you don't want to have a larger number of breakouts, you don't want the skin to, if you have redness on the skin, you don't want to flare up. So you want to try to have a calmness to your skin. So if you can, like 1 month or 2 months before, you can improve your skincare. That will help a lot with tons of moisturization, calming agents, even peelings if done by the knowledgeable people, and those things can really help your skin. The better is your skin, the better is going to be your wedding makeup. So just in the 2 weeks before, concentrating using the products that you already know, also concentrating using products that are rich in hyaluronic acid or any kind of natural moisturizers. Okay, and drink plenty of water, eat tons of vegetables, and don't eat things that may flare up your skin. The night before, do a nice mask. Peter Thomas Roth has wonderful masks. Mario Badescu has wonderful masks. So you just want to do a mask that's moisturizing. Okay, so you want to put tons and tons of moisture on your skin the night before your wedding day. Couple hours before you start your makeup, remember to give yourself plenty of time. Okay, especially if you're doing your own makeup, remember to give yourself plenty of time. Plenty of hours before you start doing your makeup, you're going to do a sheet mask. Okay, I really recommend this brand. This is the Leaders in Solution Coconut Gel Moisturizing Recovery Mask. You want to use a mask that you have used before, so I would buy 2 and try this 1 week before to make sure you don't have any reactions. And you want a mask that is recovery, that's moisturizing, a mask that's going to help you. So you just apply the mask, you stay with it with 30 minutes, and just relax until a couple hours before you start your makeup. Okay, and you just do that as a treat to yourself. Okay, and don't drink alcohol the night before your wedding either, because you're going to have a lot of dryness on your skin. So now let's start doing the makeup itself. I'm going to start by applying a toner. The toner is very important if you want your makeup to last long. You need a toner because the toner is going to bring balance into your skin. So I have here a toner in a little cotton round, and I'm just going to apply Just making sure your skin is nice, clean, and tonified before you start to apply the makeup. That's very important, okay? Because you want the pH of the skin to be balanced, and a balanced pH will grant you a long-lasting makeup as well. Okay? Yes, so you look divine on your wedding day, and you're going to look pretty nevertheless because you are wonderful and very, very, very beautiful. Now next I'm going to apply some moisturizer. You can apply any moisturizer, but try to not apply anything that is too oily. Try to get something that's a mix between a nice gel base and a little bit creamier, just enough to moisturize your skin. This is going to give your skin a very plump effect. So I'm just going to apply this moisturizer all over your face. Concentrate on your forehead. The forehead is where it shows the most amount of age signs. So concentrate always on your forehead, your cheeks, your neck and chin. Okay, good job. Now I'm going to apply an eye cream, and it's important to apply an eye cream especially on your wedding date, because the people don't sleep very well the week of their wedding. They're also so worried and stuff like that. So eye cream is going to help that area not look so tired. And this one is great. This one is by Peter Thomas Roth. It's the Firm X 360 Renewal Eye Cream. This eye cream has little particles. As you can see, it has little specks of gold, and it's going to also brighten underneath your eyes. So here we go, there we go. And we like to put all around too, in nice, soft, gentle motions. Don't be too harsh. You for sure don't want to be harsh with your eyes. Now next I'm going to apply a lip balm. We're going to be using today a liquid lipstick, and when you're doing a liquid lipstick you need to apply a lip balm. This one is great. This one is called Aquaphor. It's the lip repair, and it's wonderful for your lips. So you just pout it up, and we just apply this lip balm on your lips, a lot of it, so you have nice soft plump lips for your future you may kiss the bride this moment. And we are going to start now with the makeup. I really recommend you using a primer. This primer is great. It's from the drugstore and it's only $8 if I'm not wrong. This is one is by Elf, and it's the Poreless Beauty Primer. And you're going to get a flat brush, foundation brush such as this, and you're going to apply, giving little pats on the areas that you really need some pore correction. Okay, so you want to fill your pores in those areas. So I'm just going to pat, especially here. You have some large pores. Yes, when you pat, you concentrate the primer, so the primer can fill the pores. Give you a smooth canvas to work with. Your nose. to perfect. So now we're going to apply as it sets into your into the pores and gives you a smooth skin. I'm going to start with your eyes, okay? So I want to start at the eyes. I'm going to do this eye look that I have now. I'm gonna do this eye look. This is a very classic eye look. Why I want to do classic, especially when you are doing your own makeup and especially for your wedding day, you want to go classic. Why? Because you don't want people to see your wedding pictures from 10 years and be like, oh, that looks like so 80s, oh, blah blah blah, and look at that color, we don't use that color anymore. We don't do that because we want it to be timeless. So we don't want people to clock the era that you did your wedding, you know what I'm saying? So we want timeless beauty. Even today, I'm not gonna do the same lip I did here. This lip was very common in the 90s, and today is really doing a revival in this kind of lip. But if we do it, it's going to clock. It's going to be like too dated look. So we want timeless beauty. This eye, it's a very neutral eye. I only used 4 eyeshadows or quad. Those colors you can find in drugstore, you can find anything. Of course, I'm gonna give you an option that I think it's gonna be great for you, but you can find anywhere. It's a wonderful look, easy to do, and it's one of the first looks we do in beauty school. So I'm going to prime your lids with a concealer. I'm gonna be using the Makeup Revolution Super Size Conceal and Define. And I'm just going to put 2 drops. My concealer is almost off. And I'm going to blend with a beauty blender. Okay, and I'm not going to set your eyes. Why? Because it's going to give you a better color payoff. But if you at home, when you're by yourself, if you feel difficulty blending and you want to blend it easier, I would set up with a finishing powder, okay, before I apply the eyeshadows. So my tip for you is to splurge in this eyeshadow palette. I think every bride should have this eyeshadow palette, a Soft Glam by Anastasia. This is a great investment as a wife. If you're gonna go somewhere and you want to look more put together, more classy and everything, this palette is gonna give you so many looks. It's such a staple classic. It's going to last you so much, because I don't believe that stuff like palettes go bad. In my opinion, they don't. But here it is, the colors, and the colors I use for this look, they are Rustic. I use Rustic as my transition color. Cypress Amber as my darkening color. Use a little bit of Noir just to blend in my eyeliner, and I use Tempera in my inner corner. Okay, so those were the colors. You can see it's a bone, a orange and brown, a true brown, and a black. You can find that anywhere. Okay, so the brush I use, the brush is very important. This brush here. This brush is a crease brush, but it's a small one. It's a lot smaller. I think it's half the size of the elf crease brush. You need a small crease brush, and I'm going to start by concentrating the color in your outer corner. I'm going to do a V, okay, and I'm going to let open this area here underneath my eyebrow and the inner corner too. I'm gonna let it clean. Okay, so I'm going to concentrate in the crease itself and in the outer V. So I'm gonna get a little bit of rustic and do that. So I'm gonna do a V motion and leave those two areas free of any darkness. Same thing here. Remember just to make this V and towards a little bit your temples, because you want it to have height like that. Give you an angle. And don't be scared. This is a little bit dark. Depending on your skin tone, you can always go to the burnt orange and use the rustic as your darkest color if you're very fair. But if you're my color, you're my color, so I'm going to do this, okay? So now I'm going to get Cypress Amber and I'm going to really darken this. So I'm going to start with a little ball-like motion just to concentrate the color. This is great for hooded eyes. When you concentrate the color in this area, it's going to give you the appearance of very deep set eyes. That's why it's such a classic look. I think all makeup artists know how to do this look because it's so flattering in so many people. Same thing this side. Concentrate in circular motion and then go back to the V. V of victory, baby. V of victory, because you got that bag, you got that ring, girl. You're a queen. I know a lot of people are not interested in getting married anymore, so it's kind of rare to see someone getting married. Right? So now it's a very nice and dark. Okay, now that it's dark there, I'm going to come here with a flat brush, and I'm going to cut the crease, but it's not really cutting, it's just applying to this inner corner, the tempera. Okay, so I'm just going to apply the tempera to this inner corner until like 2/3, the first 1/3 of the eyelid, and underneath your brows too. And to make sure the dark and the light are completely blended, I clean the brush a little bit and I'm just going to dab right in this intersection area. Dab, 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 dab. Okay, next I'm going to do eyeliner. I don't want the eyeliner to go big, I just want thin in the beginning, a little thicker, and it's going to end with your eyelash line. Okay, so I'm just going to slowly great, and I'm going to set this eyeliner using a very thin brush and the color Noir, and I'm just going to set it by dabbing the black into the eyeliner line. So I'm just going to dab, 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 dab. Now in the outer corner, I'm just going to put a little bit more black to thicken it out and give you an invisible, so you don't know where the eyeliner ends. And just blend. So you want to smoke this eyeliner. Great. Yes, girl, looking gorgeous. Now in your eyeline in your waterline, I want to put some definition. This is very important because when they take your pictures, you want to look awake and you want your eyes to be well defined to show expression. So I'm gonna be using this eyeliner, this gel liner, and this brown color. Use brown, don't use black in your wedding day. So I'm just going to apply here. And we're going to let it dry before we smoke it out with a little bit of that burnt umber brown in your eyeline area. So now let's go for the Curvex and the mascara. So now let's do the Curvex is to curl your eyelashes. It's very important to curl your lashes on your wedding day because you want your eyes to be nice, bright and open. It does not hurt. This one's by Revlon. You can find at any little convenience store like drugstore or Walmart. You can find it. So you're going to look down, okay? When you do it, the secret, look down and don't be afraid, you're not gonna pinch your eye, okay? So can you look down for me? And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And just like that, your eyes have a nice curl. Your eyelashes have a nice curl. And I'm going to do the mascara. Put tons and tons of mascara. You really need the eyes to look nice and open. Okay, very nice. Now we are going to do your face makeup. Have you noticed that I did the eyes first and then do the face? Because if there is any fallouts, you can always clean. So I would tell you to do your face first always. And I'm going to start applying your foundation. Try to find a satin finish, matte to satin finish, not a dewy, long lasting foundation, because that is going to grant you beautiful pictures for longer. Okay, so I'm just going to dot. And I'm going to blend with a brush for maximum coverage. Okay, so with circular motions, you're going to stipple the foundation in. Just take your time to blend it. Very nice. Seamlessly, so that you look airbrush. The circular motion, it's very important because it's the circular motion that gives the airbrush effect. And make sure your brush is clean. When you see streaks on your foundation, it's basically your brush that's dirty. So clean your brush and then bring down to your neck. If you're using your hair up, also put a little bit on your ears. Okay, so any part of your body that's gonna show, try to blend in the foundation. And in the areas that you need more coverage, just tap. Okay. Now let's do for concealer, and I like to apply plenty of concealer. So do a triangle, and you're going to blend this concealer with a beauty blender. So just bounce the beauty blender onto your skin. Make sure you don't do like harsh movements like that. You don't want to spread, you want to concentrate. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, perfect. Now we need to set the concealer. I like to set the concealer immediately after I do apply the concealer. I need to set it, and this is the Lorac Pro Contour. This is also a great splurge, and it lasts a long time. I have this for like 5 years. I'm gonna use the beige with a smaller brush, and I want it to look up, and I'm just going to roll this into the concealer, never swiping, rolling just to set. Okay, so you look up, and I roll, 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 setting this to the gods. Oh, and make sure you don't have to use this one. I don't know if this one is waterproof. This one is not waterproof. I usually don't use waterproof mascara because I like to be able to remove my mascara with water. But if you, in your wedding, you need a waterproof mascara, a waterproof eyeliner to put in brown to put inside of your eye, and a waterproof eyeliner to the top. Okay, just remember that, because you don't want to have like stuff all over. And if you want to put false lashes, that's even better. It's going to look so good. Like, you can put those individual lashes. They look so natural, they're so easy to put, and they look so natural with Kiss or the Duo glue. They'll sell them on Amazon too. They're gonna look wonderful, very natural, and you can control how you shape your eye. So I would try to practice with those, but don't put a half lash if you're not used to the half lash, because you're gonna look like you were sleeping like this, because you're not used to the heaviness of the lash. Okay, so now I'm going to do the contour. For a bride, beautiful young bride like you, I would not recommend tons and tons of contouring. You don't need that. You don't need to fake anything on your wedding day. It's a beautiful moment. Your future husband loves you just the way you are. Okay, so you don't need to make like contour to the gods, like flakiness and blah blah blah. People say you don't need that. Okay, you're not an Instagram model. You don't need to heavy. You just need a little bit. I love this fan. This is called a blended brush by Elf. This is great for contour. You get a light contour, and I'm just going to define. You're just going to define lightly with a medium shade. Remove the excess on your wrist, and you do that. And I'm just going to define, slightly define your cheekbones, and I'm going to bring it down your neck just to make it pop, your face pop from your neck. Okay, just to give you dimension, because we don't want you to look like too makeup-y. We want some dewiness. Okay, and I'm going to get a little bit of it in the corner of this brush. You can see this brush is it's a very square brush, and it's in this corner here, but a little bit, almost nothing, and I'm just going to contour your nose a little bit with the side of the brush. That gives you a very natural contour. Okay, and that's the contour I'm going to do. I'm not going to do much contour. Don't do much contour, because you don't want to have a muddy face like I sometimes have. You don't need that on your wedding day. And now bronzing. Bronzing is very important on your wedding day because you want to look glowy, and bronze skin looks wonderful against white. So I use this matte bronzer. I like matte. The matte your face is, the more matte your face is, the best it's gonna look in pictures. It's gonna look very smooth and flawless. So I put in a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to do a number 3 in each side, just to give you dimension, give you warmth in your skin, but without making it too muddy. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Same thing here. 3, 3, 3. There we go. A little bit on your forehead, a little bit on your chin. Not much. I like to put a little bit on your collarbones because you're showing your collarbones, right? I like to put a little bit just to make them pop. And that I like to put a little bit on your nose too. Don't go crazy on me. Just a little bit. There we go, darling. You are looking stunningly beautiful already, because you're already gorgeous, right? We all know that. So next I'm going to smoke that eyeliner put, the brown liner put on your waterline. I'm going to smoke using a little bit of rustic and a flat brush. Why I'm smoking? Because I want your eyes to look defined, okay, but soft at the same time. So I'm just going to smoke slightly, ever so slightly. There we go, and that's enough, and your eyes are nice and done. Now let's do the eyebrows before we put blush. I like to make sure that my bridal brows are very nice, soft, and defined without being harsh. Again, you don't want people to define your look with an era or trend. You want timeless. So I'm going to put a little bit of brown, and I'm just going to define the bottom part of your eyebrow, not the top, so you don't have too harshness, but you have a clear definement here, definition. So I'm just going to apply in little strokes. Same thing here. And not harsh. Don't be harsh, but give definition. Definition looks good in pictures, and in pictures you get washed out. Pictures, video, camera, everything washes you out. So you have to put a little bit more. Now let's go for my favorite thing in life, blush. A bride needs blush. This blush looks good in everybody. It's tart, captivating. This blush is going to make you look like you just had a full week in a spa, because your husband is bougie like that, and you're bougie too. And I'm going to get a little bit, and you're going to smile, and I'm just going to flip, 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 always up towards God, because that's where we want to be. Flip, 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 just to bring that, and put a little bit more. It's okay for a bride to blush. It's okay to a bride to look slightly reddish because she's shy. Oh, it's her name, you know. So it's okay to a bride to have a little bit more blush, and blush shows youth. So it looks beautiful in a bride with that white dress and a youthful, rosy cheeks. This blush is just rosy, warmth, rosy enough to look gorgeous. Next, I'm going to do your highlight. I don't like to put much highlight in a bride, just a little bit in here, just when she turns to the side. I don't have highlight today because I'm kind of over highlighting, but I'm just going to put a little bit of highlight. You apply a little bit, then you come with a bigger brush, and you just blend it like crazy, so it does not look streaky, because that looks crazy. And next, darling, we are going to put your lipstick. Now I try to find a lipstick that would be long lasting and would be a beautiful, natural, timeless color that's going to make your lips so kissable, so gorgeous, so feminine, that your husband or your future husband is going to be enchanted with it. So I got this one. Is a Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip. I like the satin because it has a little bit more moisture. The matte's a little too harsh, and is in the color November. And I am going to do a matte lip, because then you don't have to worry about your hair, your dress, or your significant other getting over his face. So this is a beautiful rosy color. This color looks beautiful in most people, but I would Bride can do with this eye that it only you can do any color. You can do red, beautiful red. In fall, winter brides look great. You can do a more orangey, you can do a pink, you can do a nude. Now it's up to you. I'm trying to do the more classic look. Okay, now you smash your lips together, because I don't like to overline the lip, a bride lip. I think to a bride it's natural. It's a natural. The more natural, the more you can see yourself. And the makeup is just to enhance the natural beauty that you already have, and it's not to mask you in any way, shape or form. And to finish, I always tell my lovely brides to finish with a nice long-lasting extra hold makeup fixing spray, because you need this to hold all that. Oh, I forgot almost something. I like to set all your makeup first using this It Cosmetics Illuminating, just to make everything glow. Make sure you're glowing and gorgeous. And then I set with the spray. Close your eyes, and there we go. Just let it dry. When you spray face, never do a harsh expression, because it may mark some fine lines. So just try to do a statue, look very zen, so it does not mark anything on your face. Okay, so thank you so much, sweetie. You look so gorgeous, but you always look gorgeous. The secret of doing your own makeup on your wedding day is to practice a lot in your house with time, and the more you practice, the faster it's going to go. You're going to know how to fix little mistakes, and don't worry about it. Your makeup is not the most important thing. You are the most important thing, and you're gorgeous inside and out. So may God bless you continually, and I'm so happy to be your friend, and I'm so happy you asked me for my tips, and may God bless you. Bye bye. See you in your wedding day. Bye bye.